need to apologize.
Yes, you do.
I didn't believe you. I didn't stand with you.
Yes, and that's the problem.
You know, I will never forget that moment. The moment the world sort of blows you backwards, and the one person you thought would always be there to catch you, he isn't there.
Look at what was going on. It was your jewelry box, your fingerprints, knife in your apartment.
It was a setup.
And a really good one. I'm human. I fell for it. I'm sorry, but we have to move forward.
But we can't. It's like something in this world doesn't want us together.
Like what?
Yeah.
Dark forces?
Maybe. I don't know, but it's like something just keeps pouring poison between us. And what I don't want is to have all of those good memories replaced by moments like that.
I am so sorry.
I know.
But I love you.
And
Not
that
enough.
is what makes it all so sad.
The blue fairy? Oh, son, please tell me you didn't. Fairy magic doesn't mix well with what I am.
But you promised.
You
She could help
did.
us. To take us to a place without magic.
A place without magic. I'd be powerless.
That's the point.
Like everyone else, it wouldn't matter. We'd be happy.
We could be happy here.
Father, please. You're getting worse. And you promised. This can work. It can. You made a deal with me.
All right,
You're
so
backing out.
I think, okay, the thing that I was thinking of, I'm going to say right now, I think that because we know he still keeps his powers, even after his son is gone, I think that his son goes without him, and I think that's why he made the curse to send them to a world like this, because he's hoping that he'll find his son here.
Well, because you...
That's what I'm thinking.
Right. Would you...
We'll see what happens.
Would you like to talk?
That's where my thoughts are.
I don't know.
And maybe that's why he doesn't like the fairies, because the blue fairy's the one that gave his son that being that possibly sends him away.
Something. So you recognize him? Maybe. Or perhaps I'm just seeing what I want to see. I don't know. Okay, well, I mean...
That could be.
Wouldn't he recognize you?
Yeah.
There was conflict. Maybe he's watching to see if he's welcome, looking for a sign that all is forgiven. No. He's not the one who needs to be. I think he might still be very angry. Anger between a parent and a child is the most natural thing in the world. I think he might be here to try to kill me.
Oh. Oh, because he found that drawing of the knife?
Right. That's not. I'll let him go. I've spent my entire life since trying to fix it, and now he's finally here. I just don't know what to do. I know who you are.
Well then, I guess all the lying can stop. Papa.
Okay. I guess he must be his son. But see, I don't know. Like, how would he know all this stuff about Emma and stuff? Because this is all happening before any of that.
No. It's a trick. It'll tear us apart.
It's not. It'll be okay. I promise. Papa! Papa! Please!
I can't.
You coward! You promised! Don't break our deal!
I have to.
That's the one deal that he broke. That's the deal that he broke. He said he only broke one deal in his life. And that was it.
Bye!
It's too late.
Little Bay. I'm sorry, Bay. I want to come with you. I want to come with you, Bay. I want to come with you.
I was a coward, and I never should have let you go. Ever since you left, ever since you crossed the barriers of time and space, in every waking moment, I've been looking for you. And now that I've finally found you, I know I can't make up for the past, for the lost time. Forgive me.
Just something doesn't make sense with him being his son.
Sorry, son.
Because he knows about Emma and stuff, and Babe disappeared to the land of no magic before any of that.
Oh boy, can you truly, truly forgive me?
I forgive you, Papa.
You were looking for the knife.
I thought that if you still had it, it would mean that you hadn't changed.
Well, let's go and find it and see. I buried it here shortly after Emma came to town.
Oh, that's what he was doing in the
Things were changing.
woods.
Didn't want to take the chance of
When
Regina finding it.
Graham found him and he was searching for the
Should be around
wolf.
about here some.
That is what he was doing. I knew he wasn't gardening.
Destroy it. The way I know you always wanted to.
How do you destroy that, though?
I found you, and I don't need it anymore.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not magical here, right? There's no magic. So I guess he might be able to destroy it. Is he gonna try and kill him with it?
By the power of the darkness, I command thee,
Oh.
Dark One.
He wants to control him.
Control me.
I command thee, Dark One!
You love my son. My son would never try to use me. And he would know that this knife cannot harness any magic in this world because there is no magic in this world. He didn't want me dabbling.
So why bury a useless knife?
Oh, I wouldn't say it was useless. Still cuts through flesh rather nicely.
Oh, you better watch out.
How do you know about this knife?
Yeah, please explain.
No one
No.
here knows about this knife.
No one here remembers.
And yet you do. You're from there, aren't you? From my world.
The fact that you're asking the question means you know the answer.
But who are you?
Well, now that that's settled,
Shit. Don't kill him.
how about my other question? Who told you about me and the knife?
A little fairy.
If you know who I am, then you know who I am. The chances of you surviving this little encounter are pretty slim. So why take the risk?
Because I'll die anyway.
What?
I'm sick. I'm sick and I need magic. I was gonna get the Savior to believe. But that woman, I don't think I'm gonna make it long enough to see that happen.
She trusts you. It might be enough. Try again.
He wants her to believe.
You're gonna let me live?
You're gonna die either way.
If the curse gets broken, then everybody in town's gonna know what an evil guy he is. Why would he
Show
want that?
yourself!
And there are no more magic beans.
That's a lie.
We don't do that.
A lie.
You will never make it to that world.
Well, I'll find a way. There must be other paths. A realm jumper, a time turner,
No.
a mage.
There is no...
A curse.
No.
Ah! So it is a curse.
Of course you would think of a curse instead of a blessing. Your magic is limited by its own rotten core, Rumpelstiltskin. Anyway, it can't be done. Not without a great price.
I've already paid a great price.
So you'd be willing to sacrifice this world for the next because that's how great the price is.
Oh, what do you think?
Well, then I'll comfort myself knowing that such a curse is beyond your ability.
Oh, for now. But I've got all the time in the world. I will do nothing else. I will love nothing else. You took my son, but I will get him back.
I didn't take your son.
You took my son, but I will get it back!
You drove him away.
I will find him! I will find him!
There's about to be a big break in your case. You just got yourself a confession. But I want you to listen to the whole explanation so you understand why this happened.
Who's she throw under the bus?
Sydney, you can come in now.
Of course, it's Sydney. He's
Tell her what you told me.
Such a
It was
whipped
me.
dog.
I confess. I abducted Catherine and I held her in the basement of an abandoned summer home by the lake. I borrowed some skeleton keys from Regina and planted the knife in your apartment.
My keys. Can't help but feel personally violated about that part.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh my
I was gonna
god.
find her after the conviction, be a hero.
I don't know about crazy, but false, yes, false as hell.
I have maps to where the house is. You'll find chains in the basement. Lots of fingerprints.
I'm sure. This is...
Look, I didn't hurt her.
The man has obviously suffered some kind of mental break. He clearly
Why
hasn't been himself
are
for a
you
while.
doing this, Sydney?
It's like his words aren't his at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're so sold on your own rushed judgment that you can't even see the truth anymore.
Oh.
A word in the hallway, please.
Sydney, come on, man. Man up. Grow a pair.
Well,
She
that's the
can't
biggest
do
load of crap
anything
I've
to
ever
you
heard.
here.
I know you were behind all this. I understand that you own the game, and that you've set the boards that no one else
You
can win.
confessed to Mary
But I'm
Margaret.
about to start playing an entirely different game. All I care about is what happens to my kid, and you are going to leave him alone.
Am I?
I'm talking. You're a sociopath, lady. You tried to take away someone that I love, and now I'm gonna take away someone you love.
Is she gonna try and get Henry back?
I am taking back my son.
Okay, so that was the end of episode 19, and this was a pretty good episode. We got more Rumple background. We've actually got to see what happened to his son, and his son was scared of him. Well, not really scared of him. He didn't like who his father was becoming, because he was getting worse every day. And the village was terrified of him with good reason. And he made a deal with his dad that if he could find a way to get rid of the powers, that wouldn't include killing him, which is currently the only way that we know of, if he would come with him, or if he would do it, basically. And he promised. He made a deal. I think it was Rumple's first deal that he ever made. And he ended up finding a way by the Blue Fairy. She gave him a magic bean that would transport them into a world where there's no magic. Because I guess the only way to get rid of the power was just to go to a world that didn't have magic at all. Which makes me think that there is no way to get rid of it. Like, somebody's always going to have to be the Dark One. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, because, yeah, I mean, if the only way to get rid of it is to go to a world with no magic, if you're in a world with magic, there's always going to be a Dark One. So, yeah, so they were going to go, but as soon as the portal opened up, Rumple freaked out, and he wouldn't go through. Like, I think he was just scared of losing his powers more than he wanted to be with his son in the moment. So he ended up staying behind, and Bay went through after he called his father a coward. And after that, Rumple regretted his decision to not go, and apparently he spends the rest of the time in the fairy tale world trying to find a way to find Bay, to go to where Bay went. And that's what he does. He makes the curse, and then there he are. But he hasn't found his son yet. And them trying to pass August off as his son just didn't feel right, because it didn't make sense. Like, in the fairy tale world, this stuff with Bay disappearing stuff happened, I don't know how long before. I mean, I don't know if Snow and them were even together yet at this point. I have no idea. But I know there was no Emma, and there was no curse yet for the queen to threaten the world with, because he hadn't made it yet. And so Bay, if he went to where they are now, the real world, how would he know all this stuff about Emma? Because August is, like, he knows things. he knew about Rumpelstiltskin and he knew about Emma and that she was the savior and stuff like that. And none of that stuff came up while he was in the fairy tale world. So it just didn't make sense that August was his son. That's why I wasn't like all teary-eyed or anything with their reunion, because it just didn't feel like that was his kid. Like, I don't know who August is, and I really want to know, like, how he's sick. He says he's sick and he's dying. So yeah, and I want to know who he is, because he's obviously from the fairy tale world, at least around the time when the whole savior and stuff was going on, because he knows about her and everything. I don't know how he remembers all this stuff. I mean, a couple people do. Regina knows, Rumple knows, Jefferson knows, and now August knows, and I don't know how he knows, and I don't know who he is. So, but I do know the next episode is called The Strangers, so I'm hoping that this is going to be his backstory, and we're going to find out who August is. So I'm really excited to watch the next episode. I hope I'm not wrong. I mean, I'll be excited no matter what the episode's about, but considering that he's the only stranger that is around right now, I'm assuming that the episode is going to be about him. So yeah, I mean, he says he needs magic to help him because he's dying. So I wonder what it is that he has that is causing him to be sick and that's going to kill him if he doesn't get magic. Which is why he's like so hardcore about Emma believing, and he just doesn't think that he's got the time to wait for her to believe, which I understand. She's very stubborn. The thing with Mary Margaret and David, you know, he apologized repeatedly for not believing her. You know, he's like, I'm only human and I love you, which in my opinion, if he loved her, he wouldn't have thought that she'd do something like that, but whatever. Mary Margaret is not having none of it. Pretty much, she said that just makes it more sad that even though he loves her, he still believed that she was capable of something so bad. And the Regina and Sydney thing, ugh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting how he just lets her lead him like around like a dog on a leash, and he looked like terrified and extremely upset to be confessing to this, you know, kidnapping and this whole setup. And it's just like so convenient that Sydney is confessing to everything. And first he confessed it to the mayor, and the mayor came in and made him confess to Emma. I mean, it's so freaking obvious, and Emma's not buying it for 1 second. But what is she gonna do? I mean, she has no proof that it was Regina, but Mary Margaret does. I mean, she doesn't have proof like that she can show people, but Regina literally confessed to her that she set her up. I mean, she didn't say those words, but that's basically what she was saying, because she's like, I didn't kill Catherine. She's like, oh, I know. You know, it's just like, it's driving me crazy. So anyway, but I think that's about it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. If you did, please give this video a like. If you have any suggestions on anything you would like me to react to, please leave that down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.